Back in while we're in the midst of the college football playoffs, heading into the semifinals, by the way, and then you got the NFL playoffs just a couple of weeks away. Spring football will be here before you know it.
So that means the return of the Birmingham Stallions and the UFL. So will the Stallions be able to make it 4 titles in a row? Yeah. The head coach of the 3-time defending champions, Skip Holtz, joins us this morning. Coach, good morning.
Well, good morning, Alabama. How's everybody doing there?
Doing great. Doing great. We always appreciate you joining us, Coach. Would you want to first, though, talk about college football? I know you've probably been watching. Just your thoughts on what has transpired so far. In particular, you know, the top 4 seeds, they're out.
Yeah. I think it goes to show you playing's important. Everybody wants time off, but this is a game that you got to play to be good, and you want to make sure that you are the timing and everything is going right. You get on a schedule, and that's when it seems like you play the best. But right now, you know, a couple weeks ago, there was a lot of debate, as there's always going to be every year, who was in, who was out. Should strength of schedule play a bigger role? And then you look at it, right now we've got, number 5, 6, 7, and 8 are the 4 teams that are left, and 1 through 4 are all out. The teams that had a bye are out. So some great football. It's the way it's meant to happen. It should be, the process should be done on the field. And right now, it's really cool to see the 4 teams that are left and the way they're playing.
Well, I know one team in particular, Notre Dame, pretty special to you, and especially your dad coaching there for, some 10 years. I know you were there too.
Yep.
How's he doing, by the way? Just an update for our viewers. And did he get to watch the game?
Oh yeah, he's doing well. He is mentally sharp as he's ever been. You know, physically, he's getting older. He has his 88th birthday here in a couple days, but he's doing really well. I think the Notre Dame victory certainly lifts his spirits. You know, puts him in a good mood. So he's doing really well. But it's just been great to watch these teams that are playing. You know, and right now, you look at it, the 4 teams that are left are playing really solid football. I mean, Ohio State. Arguably is playing as well as anybody with their 2 blowout wins, and Notre Dame is playing really solid football, complementary football, really good special teams, solid defense, physical, and protecting the football as an offense. It ought to be a, kind of an old school slugfest with them in Penn State, and to see Ohio State and Texas. There's just a lot of buzz in the air about this 12-team playoff, and I'm certainly glad that it came to fruition and we're having the opportunity to live through it and watch it.
I tell you, it sure seems like the days of a dynasty football program or one conference dominating, those days are over because of NIL, don't you think?
Yeah, I think the transfer portal and the NIL, because, everybody's 2s are looking to be 1s and they're going someplace else to play. Guys are moving up. Some of the best players in college football right now might have started in the group of 5. But, you look at Ohio State's team right now, and they're playing with all 4th and 5th year seniors because you don't need to play with an underclassman and let those guys mature and grow and develop. You can bring an upperclassman so you have a polished, complete football team year in and year out. But I certainly think that it's creating equality across the lines. And I think there are a lot of good football teams out there. And in this game, anybody can beat anybody on a given day. If you don't show up mentally, physically with your A game, you can get beat. And so right now, I think there's probably 12 to 15 teams that are good enough to win it if given the opportunity to get into it. And it's just who's playing the best ball at the end of the year is what's the most important thing.
Well, your Stallions have certainly been playing the best ball over the past few years, and it's been so fun to watch. What's ahead, Coach, for the Birmingham Stallions?
Well, a lot of excitement yesterday with the release of the schedule. Now, we've been talking about buy season tickets, support the Stallions. We want to, pack protective, all the little cliches of what we're trying to do and promote. But now there's reality to it. Now there's a schedule. Now it's out. We know that we're going to have 3 Friday night football games. We're going to have a chance to play 5 games at Protective in Birmingham. We open in D.C. on the road. Then we play at Michigan. So we play, one of the better teams in the USFL division. The second game on the road, we play D.C., which is a tough place to play to start the season. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. But there's a lot of news going on right now with the UFL, with the break of the schedule. We report here in about a month and a half, about 6 weeks. We are finishing up the schedule with everything, or finishing up the roster and the schedule for camp in 2 days. and then we are just getting ready to play. But it's getting exciting. It's here. It's here. So really getting excited about it.
Coach, we only have a few seconds left here. Are there any names as part of that roster that you can go ahead and mention for fans?
Well, I know Jay Sternberger and Michael Petway just signed back yesterday. I know Matt Corral signed back a couple of days before that. We've got a good nucleus of guys that are returning and some new faces that are on there right now. And so as we're getting into this, we still have about 10 more names to finish out the roster and get this completed. There'll be a lot of movement here in free agency in the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks, but hopefully we're getting ready to really settle that in, but excited to get started.
All right, he is Coach Skip Holtz. Coach, thanks. Good to see you. Can't wait to see you back in Birmingham.
Always great to see you all. I'm really excited to be back in Birmingham with you.
All right.
Giddy up.
Megan, go Stallions.